In this video, we show how to deploy a new agent. This process is less intensive than converting an existing agent because we download a pre-configured agent package from the Automic SaaS repository. The INI file has all the necessary information and configuration settings. The important parameters like system name, JCP connection, and authentication settings come pre-populated. Note that for new agents, version 24 is your only option. We log into Client 0. We create a new agent in the admin page of AWI. We select it and use the download feature to obtain the installation package. It comes with an INI file configured and set to go for use with SaaS. The agent name matches, the system name is set to the SaaS instance, and the JCP connection is set to the proper URL. The authentication package is in the bin directory and referenced in the INI. This is a new agent and will need to apply the usual ownership and file type settings. The entire directory should belong to a non-root user, while the conventional agent and job messenger files should belong to root and have executable permissions. We start the agent. In AWI, we re-authenticate the agent with the server. Finally, we move the agent to Client 100 and run a test job. Remember something important. You might be tempted to create an agent directly in Client 100 and bypass Client 0 altogether to save yourself an extra step. Unfortunately, this is not possible. The agent authentication option is not available in non-zero clients. You must do this in Client 0 and then move the agent to Client 100. If you use any other methods where the authentication package is not included in the agent or not configured in the INI, we would need to perform this operation manually. We'll show this when we convert an existing agent. Although we have limited access to Client 0, we still have control over agent procedures. We need access to two endpoints. The first is AWI for end user access. You could also use the REST API, but that is out of scope. The second is the JCP URL for the agent to connect and authenticate. We log into Client 0. There's a default password set for SaaS. We change it. If you try and set it back to the original string, you're instructed to use something else. We select the new agent and use the Download Agent feature. This is an Oracle Linux 8 system, and so we select the x64 architecture. Note that you're in a position to download and enable the Service Manager to control the agents. You'll need the CAPKI libraries enabled on the system and copy the Unix libraries from the External Resources directory to the bin directory of the Service Manager. We head to the system. We've shown the host name. We're logged in as root and placed ourselves in the Documents folder where the agent was copied. We create a directory in /opt, and you can call it anything you want, and move the agent package there. We unzip the agent package. Let's take a look at the bin directory. You'll recognize the contents of the agent directory. With version 24, the agent executable is a Java archive. We'll start in a few minutes. The authentication package is included with the agent package, and so it's already there. It's also referenced in the INI file. This means that no agent configuration is required with this methods. The advantage of the download feature is the INI file comes pre-configured. The name is set to the agent name, and the system matches ucsrv.ini. Let's take a look at the JCP connection parameter. The JCP connection parameter is pre-configured as well. It's set to the endpoint exposed by the load balancer. The authentication package included in the agents is referenced in the INI file as well. This means that no agent configuration is required. We can close the INI without saving it. Finally, we set ownership of the Automic directory in accordance with the documentation. We create a group and a user for the ownership and make root the owner of the agent executable. We then set the agents and the messenger files as executables. We can start the agent using the same method as in prior versions. The agent is started but not authenticated as of yet. We need to re-authenticate with a server in AWI. The agent authentication type is set to local in SaaS. This is done in the advanced security settings, which are not accessible by customers. We select the agents and use the authentication feature. The agent is now authenticated. All that's left is for us to authorize this agent to client 100. There will be situations where the same agent needs to exist concurrently in both on-premises and SaaS. This applies to generic agents executing processes for more than one application. In such situations, we'll need to create the agent in SaaS while keeping the current one on premises, and then disable processes appropriately so they don't execute twice.